attraction. I'm about to get mean. I'm about to get loud. Spotlight on me when I take my bow. You're gonna pay full price if you want front row. I got a Hollywood star. I got my name in stone. Are you ready for the show? I sit back and let's go. I'm gonna blow your mind. I am a superstar, and I knew I would come this far. You better make way. Get off my stage. Lights, camera, action. I'm the main attraction. I'm the main attraction. You're gonna feel your heartbeat when it starts to rush. I wanna look, leave your jaw wide open, cause I'm illustrious. Are you ready for the show? I sit back and let's go. I'm gonna blow your mind. I am a superstar, and I knew I would come this far. You better make way. Get off my stage. Lights, camera, action. I'm the main attraction. I'm the main attraction. I am a superstar. I'm a superstar. And I knew I'd come this far. You better make way. You better make way. Get off my stage. Off my stage. Camera, action. I'm the main attraction. I'm the main attraction.
All right, welcome guys for joining in to LSRTV for the 5th running of the new ARCA series here for the Northwest Racing Series, and this time we're at Charlotte here for 100 laps, and currently qualifying right now is starting underway here. My name is Jeremy Stanley, and I am going to be kind of tag teaming this myself a little bit here, but we're still waiting on Mr. Wesley Outland to pop in. He's got some storms in the area, and he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to make it, so we'll see if we can get him here at some point in time. Here's we got 3.25 minutes left in this qualifying session. Looking at the number 50, Jason Leak. Current time right now. This is his first lap out, running the outside wall. Giving up a ton of time there. Across the line here. This is going to be his warm-up. I expect his inside lane to be used on lap number 2. Well, maybe not. Maybe turn 3 and 4. There's a lot of grip in 1 and 2 up at the top. This makes it a true multi-groove facility. At 1 and 2, you go about 3/4 up the track, and there is just a grip patch of some sorts. Works kind of pretty decent here at 3 and 4, but when you hit the wall, it's going to scratch that lap, so never mind. Jason Leak not going to post his time here on his qualifying effort. P14 currently switching over to the 41. Stephen O'Hare gonna start off his lap 30.114, puts a P8 currently on the board. This is going to be now his second time around for his qualifying efforts. See what he does here in 3 and 4. Gets down to the bottom, elects to take the easy route in. Can get a little tight here at times if you're used to running the top. Good strong exit there. Right into the bottom at the line. 29.909 puts him top of the board. Stephen O'Hare goes, as we got about 22 times already posted in this session. 1.5 minutes remaining. Here's now for a very late qualifying effort from the 24. Jeff Stab now in that glowing red spec mapped LSRTV Ford Mustang. Thing looks amazing. So much glow off this thing. Let's see what he can do. He's got time to post both laps. As long as it keeps it underneath him, it doesn't tag the wall. He's going to go very slow on this opening lap. This is just to completely warm up these tires. Currently still on the top of the board, Stephen O'Hare, 41. Then you got the 16th, Matt Henry, Sean Brightsman in the 46, Chris White, 19, and Brett Johnson in the 7. Currently is your top 5. Jeff's going to take an interesting line up the middle, kind of slides toward the top. Going to be safe from making contact with the wall, but at 36 seconds left in qualifying, he will be able to post within 5 seconds. Here, 5 or 6 seconds anyways, before the checker flags do fly in this session. Going to open up lap number 2 on the middle groove again. Jeff found some extra speed in the middle of the track. Let's see if it pays off for him. Runs the middle upper. Nope, here we go. Heavy contact on the wall. And I had some reports that these cars were tight in practice. And you just saw how tight the 24 was there to end up into the outside wall hard in the middle of 3 and 4. Going to put some damage on that very beautiful car there. And that was the last car to post time. 3, 2, and 1. And it's going to be qualifying to start off this 5th race. We got 100 laps here. We can get these cars grid. Here we go. For tonight's race, for the 5th one of the ARCA Northwest Series. 00 Kevin Smith takes P1 at the last moment there over the 41 of Stephen O'Hare, who starts in 2nd. Row 2, Matt Henry in the 16. Sean Brightsman in P4. Row 3, be Chris White in the 19. Brett Johnson in the number 7 in P6. P7, 94, Kenneth Garber, 8th place. Cole Raz, starting row 5 and 9th. Taylor Alto in the 88. 10th place, Stephen Bartlett in the 23. Row 6, you're going to find Ron Hunter in the 30th. And 12th place, Brian Barnes in the number 4. Row 7 and 13th, Kyler Hope. And 14th place, the number 29, Ryan Bay, your current points leader. Row 8, Ray Partridge in 15th and 16th place will be Dan West Jr. in the 55. Row 9 and 17th, John Ottenbacher. And 18th place, Bryce Clark in the 93. 19th place in row 10 will be Todd Miles in the 62. Dana Rogers in the 07 and 20th. 21st, Tyler King in the 21. 22nd, Devin West, car number 5. Row 12 will be Dennis Moore in the 44. 24th place will be Jason Leake in car number 50. Row 13 will be Mike Knott in car number 80. And then 26th will be Bobby Grady in car number 1. Row 14, Jeff Stabnow in the 24. 28th place will be Ryan Bloom in the 25. Row 15, Stephen Paulson in 29th. Troy Daggett in the 99 in P30. Row 16, Frank Harris, number 77. And Scott Hutchinson in the 91 will be your 32nd and final entry in this race number 5. Charlotte Motor Speedway going to be the site for these drivers. 100 laps. Car situation is tight. I think we have a graphic here for the Kaufman weather update. Just see what we got right before we hit the track for green flag conditions. 75 degrees in the air, 11 mile an hour wind speeds, track temp hot, 108 degrees Fahrenheit, as we're currently sitting at 3:02 p.m. Eastern server time. This will be a day race through and through. Metric Kaufman creative weather conditions. It looks like we finally got my partner that's late entry. Wesley, what's up, man?
I am a late entry, right? I'm still not late. I didn't miss the green flag, so I'm technically okay, right? I think
There
you
we
got
are.
weather in
Yes,
Florida,
sir.
and I've got weather in the Carolinas, right? So we got some nasty weather down in the eastern U.S. right now.
I have thunderstorms for the next week, which
Yeah.
I had literally 0 inches of rain in all of April, so I will take anything to get here in the month of May.
Well, I mean, you wanted it. You asked me the other day to pray for it for you, so you got it.
There we go.
April showers in the south, meaning rain in the east later, and we're coming to green. ARCA, Charlotte. This will be a fun one. I love Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Charlotte presents some amazing racing. And
Oh, did we lose Jeremy? Jeremy, you there?
yeah, you got a copy?
Okay, no, you just acted like it just disappeared. Maybe it's on my end, everybody. I'm telling you, it is raining cats and dogs and like, oh shoot, wow. That thunder and lightning, like looked like it just flashed through my window. So I'm just telling you, I'm gonna hang with you as best as we can. And Jeremy, I know you will as well, but we're a lap into this thing, and Kevin Smith is gonna get the jump out in the early going, buddy.
Yes, sir. 0-0 out to 1/10 of a second lead here over Brightsman, who's moved up to P2, already up 1 spot from the 3rd place starting spot, or actually 4th, so he's up 2 spots rather. O'Hare drops 1. There's single file top 3, the 16 and the 7. That's Brett Johnson on the outside, Hendry on the inside. They're going to continue to be side by side as this track is going to be a lot of fun. Wesley, from the report from practice, these cars are tight. We covered 2 cars qualifying that smashed the outside wall in turn 3 because it just simply could not turn.
Wow. Well, that side, I don't blame him one bit, probably. And remember, too, this has been
oh, wreck.
also...
Hold on. We got to wreck the Bartlett.
Trouble!
Oh,
Hold
4,
on, guys.
5,
2, 3,
6
4 cars involved.
Oh, Jeff Stab, now how did he squeak through that? Holy hell. We got 77, 44, 23. LSRTV replay. What do we got?
Coming off of turn number 4. Watch the 23 car. That Ford might have had a bump from Barnes, and he did, and then he had nowhere to go as he T-bones with Garber in the grass there, Jeremy, and back up the track.
Man, they just literally simply nowhere to go. You see Stab now just going right up through the middle there on the low side of the track. But this track is so tight when it comes to the width between the outside wall and the infield line. And when something happens like that, literally nowhere to go. 4 wide, smashing the second kink in the quad oval. Here's riding on board the 24, Jeff Stapp now.
Another look at it. Wow.
Got tagged. That's how he got set down there. And then...
Yeah, first you say it, then you do it.
He got slammed down there, and then he had to just hold onto the wheel for dear life. Crazy ride.
And we're just getting started too. I mean, I was saying before the
welcome.
caution come out, man, I love Charlotte. I've always liked the racetrack. Honestly, Jeremy, the excitement is always fun at Charlotte. It's a very fun racetrack, 1.5 miles, and you know, obviously for the last close to half a decade now, ARCA gets to run a part of Charlotte Motor Speedway's, you know, month of May program, and I find that really cool. ARCA cars are in Charlotte. I mean, yeah, you're going to have a wreck or two, but it's just a totally different type of way that you race these cars around this speedway than a cup, than a truck. Obviously, the ARCA car on iRacing is getting a lot more popularity than ever before, I think. And obviously, we're ready to see what these guys will do here tonight, my friend.
Yeah, I'd love to see the graph on iRacing between the months of January through March, and then the time of release on these cars, and just see the boom. I know there's been huge hype. You got Cletus McFarland running Dega and Daytona this year. So that alone brought a huge fan base of people specifically to the ARCA series. And there's a lot of people online that watch his content, so it doesn't surprise me that the ARCA car, also on iRacing, naturally would just pick up that momentum. It's a great car. It's a very, very fun to drive. Those who are watching currently that have not tried it. I know we have 8 viewers live on YouTube. You can let us know if you have or have not tried this car, but
yeah,
it is a blast.
Yeah, it certainly is, man. And obviously it is also our, first race back since we had a week off. So it's good to be back here in the hot seat with everybody and, calling the races. We took off last week. We took off, for everything in the Northwest last week. And then we come back here and had a great race at Kansas the other night. Caution free for that matter. Remember, caution free. One caution at Kansas 2 weeks ago when we ran the ARCA cars there. And now we're here at Charlotte and we got a caution coming out that's about to wrap up. And we're getting ready to try to get this thing back going again.
Yeah, we're going to be restarting lap number 8. We got 100 laps on this one. It's 150 miles tonight. And then next week at Michigan, we're going to go the same amount of lap count, but for 200 miles. So it's a much shorter race tonight than it is next week. And then we got some fun stuff coming up. Five Flag Speedway, Lime Rock. So that'd be kind of a little mix up here in the beginning stages of the middle of the season, this being race number 5 here tonight. So 00 going to be restarting this thing. P1 Kevin Smith, Sean Brightsman 2nd, Stephen O'Hare 3rd, Matt Hendry 4th, Chris White top 5 there. And we'll see what this restart entails.
Ready for the field to come back to the restart zone. Still a long way to go here in this 100-lapper at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Kevin Smith, Sean Brightsman, Click It RV, and DQ Blizzard machines on the front row. Back underway, green flag in the air. And look at Kevin Smith with a great launch in his Chevrolet 00 on the pack as they work back into one.
Great launch there, easily clears the 46. Now the 46 going to get a great launch through turn 2. Utilizing some draft, goes to the outside. Slingshot kind of engaged. He's going to be in the preferred group through 3 and 4. That upper lane has that grip patch that allows these cars to cycle the top just as fast as the bottom. At the line, dead heat just by a slight nose margin. Sean Brightsman's going to be the first lead change here this evening. Crossover
these cars. Look at that. Yeah, crossover move as they battle. He's got one hard into the wall. Man, you just caught a glimpse of it on the top right of the broadcast monitor. A car hard into the wall. That's going to be Ron Hunter's car. Ron Hunter, Whiskey River machine into the outside safer barrier off of turn number 2. And this will also not draw a caution. But Jeremy, here's a look at a replay.
He's going to need some whiskey after this contact. Guarantee it, man. Oh, he got hooked by the 58 and then just explodes the car on the turn 2 exit wall. Hard hit.
Another look at it with Ron Hunter, and now we're back to live pictures as the racing rolls on. But man, and notice that it was in the back of the pack there, Jeremy, and it did not cause the caution to come out. And it's probably going to end the night for Ron Hunter as well.
Yeah, it was kind of wild because he hit the wall, and there was one car that made contact with him trying to pass him. So he did cross over traffic technically. I'm really surprised iRacing did not clear the caution. But something in the code said, nope, we're going to just eat ice cream sandwiches on pit road and let you guys stay green flag. And that's going to end the night of the number 30. There's just way too much time to repair this thing. Even if you were to get back on track, you would literally not benefit at all. So I would just park the car, Ron, fire you for the night, because that's all but done there.
Kind of like that cold trickle moment. We can't come down the pit road. We're too busy now. You're what? We're eating ice cream.
Absolutely.
Well,
you know the reference.
Yes, ice cream! Speaking of ice cream, the 46 of Sean Brightsman up in front right now. He leads the way, or should I say blizzard. Kevin Smith. How about Bay? Man, what a job Bay's done. Jeremy, what's your take of this guy? Got, what, 2 wins this year? A 55 machine right there.
Yeah.
Along with Dan West Jr., but the 29 car you're referring to.
Yeah, he's currently your points leader. He's got the 2 wins and the 4 starts. All 4 races inside the top 10, 3 top 5s. It's new to the scene for the Northwest Series, and I don't think he's caused any problems with any drivers, to my knowledge. So, clean start, points leader. I would say, I mean, fantastic start. Can he carry the momentum? Probably. He's doing again top 5 right now. Started, what was it, P2 or 3? So this 29 is looking to be a threat this year.
And I understand we got a caution, guys. We're trying to figure out what happened here. Tyler King and Frank Harris have crashed. And there it is. Tyler King, Harris. Oh, boy. Look at Stab now holding on to it. Bonsai. Woo!
Slight contact. Jeff has been involved in 2 of these 3 wrecks now. Let's see here.
Man, that's,
Can we get another view?
Frustration for our buddy.
Yeah, let's see.
Another look at it.
Very interesting. Middle of the back straightaway. Oh, Jeff, what are you doing there, guy? He slaps Tyler King, recognizes it, and then drives back into Tyler King's left rear, looking like Danica Patrick out here. And then the 77, who was also involved in that first wreck, coming in hot, making contact into the back of the 21. That's Frank Harris, and so 3 to 4 in total in this one.
Caution out, second caution of the race, as, of course, we'll wait to see if anybody does come down to the pit lane. I don't think we will, though. I mean, I think we're too early in this race, Jeremy, to be seeing you guys pit on lap 15.
No, I mean, you could if you're, 10th, 15th place, something like that. But if you're in the top 5, track position is way... This track is too narrow. It is difficult to pass with the grip on the outside lanes. So track position here means more than it does at Michigan or Kansas, or I definitely would say these guys are not even thinking about pitting right now.
Well, with that being said, we're under the caution flag and we're just getting started. Here at Charlotte, we're taking a break on a stormy Thursday night in the East Coast. We're still racing the Northwest. ARCA, Charlotte, stay with us. We're back after a break.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
Back here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, lights are off on the safety car as we'll get ready to bring him down onto the pit lane next time by and get ready for a restart. So far, it's been the Brightsman, Smith, and Bay show, it feels, here at the early starting of Charlotte, Jeremy.
Yep, a couple of early cautions here. 3 wrecks, 2 of which brought that caution. 1 Ron in the 30 just obliterated the outside wall. I'm surprised that iRacing didn't break the wall there with the amount of contact that was had there. But here we go. There's your race summary. 2 cautions, 7 laps, 8th one being completed now. And only that 1 lead change. It's between the 00 and the 46. Sean has not looked back since taking it about 5 to 10 laps to go. Green flag back in the air. We got 46 off to a 2 to 3 car length advantage early as Ryan Bays looking to take second place over Mr. Kevin Smith here through turns 1 and 2.
Back straight away into that third turn, right spin now, works the outside lane. Hey, by the way, Charles, I'm understanding that we're under a tornado warning in my location where I'm living at right now. So we got contact. Wow, look out, Smith with the front nose looking like a modified. Gets turned. Another car spinning down into the grass. That's the 76 machine. I believe that's our buddy Cole Raz. And Cole Raz now off the reservation, now back on track. He'll pull away. We'll stay green, but Jeremy, if I do get knocked offline, it's probably because the power goes out. We're under a severe thunderstorm warning that has turned into a tornado warning in my location right now. So,
safety over everything.
I better find my safe place and keep my headset on, is what Charles said. So.
Yeah, Charles is saying you got to stay here until you got to ride or die. But what if he rides and he can't show up next week?
What if I ride and fly?
Ride and fly.
I ride and fly for that matter.
I've got a 5-star review over the track here as I get to the white flag. No.
Oh, what a world! What a world! It's a twister. We need to be in Kansas, you know, does that just work out perfectly,
just tap
right?
your heels 2 or 3 times, you're set.
We need to be in Kansas like we were last week. I mean, well, that's twister country, you know. It's a twister. It's a twister. That was my best voice of Scarecrow from Wizard of Oz. No, I hope everybody's safe out there. I'm going to try to stay as safe as I can. And already got a couple of cautions, halting things here. 2 yellow flags. And by the way, if you are listening on the community radio network, obviously if the emergency alert system kicks in as well, we'll keep you updated. But we'll stay with you with the race right now as here comes Stephen O'Hare down to the inside, the 41, battling with Devin West for that spot. As that goes on, back into the corner again as they head into turn 1.
Stephen O'Hare with some contact there, and he caused some in the front, and they got hit from behind as well. Not having a good start to this race. He started second place and has quickly just fallen backwards through this field. -7 position so far for the driver of the 41. As we're kind of cycling through here. Here's Stab now once more. Also a bad time. And then the 89 Ottenbacher. He's down pit road way too early. What's going on with the 89?
Man, what a problem for Ottenbacher. Something going on with Ottenbacher. In a penalty? Could it be a penalty, Charles? Penalty on the 89, maybe?
Did he spin? Do we have an X count marker for the 89?
He said no penalty.
Penalties at all. Interesting. Okay, well, unscheduled pit stop for a digital car without a wreck. So figure out what that looks like later on in this race. Maybe their strategy that we have no idea even exists in this 100-lap race.
Rockingham coming up on Monday. That'll be a fun one. I like Rockingham.
What a great track. It looks like your standard cookie cutter, but it's really not. It is such a fun track. Bumpy, currently on the iRacing. I know they've resurfaced it once more in real life, but it's bumpy, it's fun. And it's a short track that wants to be Bristol, but can't. It's just, I'm excited for this coming Monday.
Going to be a good one. Going to be a good one. Hope you make your plans to strap in and join us on Monday night, 11:25 Eastern time. That's about 25 minutes. It's about 25 minutes per the regular start time of our Thursday show. We start earlier on Thursday, so that'll be a fun.
I like the earlier start times. I'm on the East Coast. You're on the East Coast. I'm sure we both appreciate that. 27 or 26 laps down, 27 underway here as they go through 3 and 4. The 19, Chris White, Where did he come from? He's got a mid-run car underneath him. He's looking underneath the 29 of Ryan Bay. Currently holds P3 here. Sean can't escape Ryan, Chris, and a couple others behind him. Draft, they got the huge spoiler. They got a lot of horsepower, but they also have a huge spoiler, so we're going to keep some of the cars in tow that are equal to speed. Right now, Chris dropped back a touch. Ryan Bay is currently gaining on Bryson Greenville.
Watch this car to the inside. There's the 88 machine. That's, I believe, oh boy, Alto. Nice looking race car. It looks different.
Mr. Taylor Tall. There, Alto meaning tall in Spanish. I'm learning Spanish. That's how I knew that. But yeah, he's trying to take a look at the 5 on the inside here. Devin West. He gets there. 5 had to check up a little bit on corner exit. It allows Taylor to get just by a nose past the 5 this time around. And you're going to see that separation always top, bottom, top of the grid. The inside with the shortest way around equals out, except for corner exit and turn 2 at Charlotte. You have so much extra speed off the exit turn 2. Utilizing the outside. That's where the 5. Devin's going to get back around. Now Taylor's looking to put his nose. Oh no, domino effect. Worse on Taylor. Slams the outside turn 4 wall. Both of these guys got it. And it's not going to affect Taylor. He's still trying to make that pass.
So I understand we have international listeners again, Jeremy Stanley, my friend Jackie on the banana boat. And maybe you could say this better than I can, but she says that she's listening from, is it Caraco or Curaçao? Caraco?
I have learned it to be Curacao.
Yeah, Curacao, whatever that is. It's like something you put in your ears.
It is a fantastic place to travel.
Jackie, are you listening on the radio, or are you listening on wearesearing.com, or are you watching on YouTube is the question I'm asking. She can hear us. She'll give me an answer in a minute. Curacao? Yeah. That's what it is, Curacao? It sounds like a Vaseline. It sounds like
Let me tell you. It feels just as good to be there as it is to use Vaseline during certain. I'm right. So here we go. Side by side, 1929 battle for P2 here. You guys are not on the island. Battling here inside this top 5. Been very fun, and we're already a third of the way through this race. This is going to be a quick one. 150 miles at a really fast 1.5-mile Charlotte. And so we're going to end this thing. Probably, if they stay green, we're probably going to be done here before 12 o'clock. I would imagine we're close to it. So, quick, easy race here for the 5th race.
I'm just wondering if I gotta say this. I don't want to make anybody mad out there. I don't want to make anybody mad out there, especially the people that pay me the big bucks. But I just gotta wonder, Jeremy, if maybe the lap count's too low for the ARCA series.
Well, we're going to go to Michigan next week and run 100 laps at a 2-mile track, which is going to be an extra half an hour longer. Half an hour? Yeah, half an hour longer, roughly. So, I don't know. Sometimes the ARCA races are short.
Granted, the ARCA series, right, but granted, the ARCA series usually doesn't run except under 200-mile races. I mean, for that matter. You got a Daytona, it's 200 miles, 80 laps.
Yeah.
You know,
listen, two-thirds of the field in real life, their ARCA cars are built in someone's garage, either their own or a shed, or they don't have these shops, so like they can't run the big mileage. So it doesn't surprise me if they have a little bit of a shorter distance as they do on the Monday Truck Series.
And of course, Charlotte Motor Speedway, 1.5 miles, 2.4 kilometers. One straightaway length is 1,000. Wow, somebody's smoking. Somebody got Cheech early.
Was that still the wreck from the early on in the front stretch? Because that's when
Sunoco was burning, Jeremy Stanley. Sunoco was burning.
That virtual Sunoco field just ruining the environment by just not turning off the engine. How dare he, Mr. Rogers? Come on, man.
Curacao. So Curacao, listening from
Curacao.
Curacao, she hasn't responded back yet. So maybe they got to move the antennas around in the middle of the ocean.
It's a great
Curaçao's in the
place.
middle of the water, ain't it?
Yeah, so it's one of those islands out there. And Grand Turk's a great one, but Curacao, if you have a itinerary for a cruise, make sure you try to find Curacao at least one time. Highly recommend it. I want to go back. I've only been there once, but that's number one on my list to go back to out of the places I currently have. I do that on like Aruba where it's all construction and no fun, so that's why I just stay on the boat, watch a movie on the upper deck, Lido deck, drink a margarita, watch a movie, catch some sun rays.
Okay, so she's watching on YouTube. That's how she's checking out the broadcast.
Perfect. So now we need a phonetic spelling.
And now she's going to check on the international waters to see if the community radio network is working. It better be. We're live right now. We might have a tornado outside, but we're live right now. So, yeah.
VPN's a wonderful thing.
A what?
A VPN. If you're out there in international waters, just set your location to Nashville, Tennessee, and tune in to CRN. Stayed on Monday if they're being a pirate out there in the middle of the international waters.
Cue up the
94 righty then is what I would say to that. Good little battle here as the 41 O'Hara's kind of stayed stagnant a little bit. Now he's falling back to 10th as Garber makes that pass for P9 now for the driver of the 94. And these both are at a deficit. But look at the 99 in front of them, the P8. This guy just got past. He is 22 positions from the starting spot as he's actually dropping. As I just went to the stat page. But this man has picked up a ton of spots. Him and Bobby Grady both 99 and the 1 doing great work so far. Looks like he just got a restart. 2x2. What are we, 43 laps total, probably, 33 laps of green. And these guys look like they just came out of pit road. There's 5 cars deep underneath one single blanket throw. Sean O'Hare trying to make a 2-for-1 effort here, or Stephen O'Hare rather, on the outside. Oh, gets blocked by Taylor. Strong block to the outside. I'll keep these guys 2x2.
Heading towards halfway as well. Sean Brightsman, the leader. Now, of course, Bay second. Look at Garber. Man, I'll tell you what, Jeremy, it's good to see Garber still in it. Remember, he was like a part of a T-bone shot earlier in the race, if you remember. With him and Bartlett. Bartlett's out of the race. 94 still in this thing going. We got a battle down for third. Going at it now. Look at Brett Johnson piling on the momentum on the inside of Chris White. The CWhiteMedia.com entry, 19 on the high side. And now he's got the second place man, Bay, for second. That's a 3-car battle going on as Bay goes high in 1.
Sean Brightsman has already taken off, and now he's even more so enjoying this view as 3-car battle for second, third, and fourth. Sean just saying, all right, guys, you just burn your stuff up. I'm going to run my line, and we're going to hold some distance from y'all. 19, 29 side by side. Oh, the 29 Ryan Bay makes contact to the turn 4 exit wall. Very easy to do. Such a tight setup in these cars right now for most of these drivers. And then going to run the outside again. But when you're committed to that top and you utilize that for such amount of time, you can't go to the bottom because your car physically will not turn. Got another battle on the track right here. Here's Devin Weston 5 looking on the outside. The driver the number 08. Down the back straightaway, Partridge trying to get clear, but it's a hard pass.
There's that battle going on that we refer to. Partridge now in that 12th position. Devin West right now. Kind of struggling, Devin West. Not having a run that he usually has, right? I mean, wow, just kind of sticking to his guns here, it looks like, honestly, right now.
Coverage here provided by LSRTV. Great blimp shot. Looks like it's hanging out just over the back stretch area. One car slow on the bottom. Barely gets cleared of everyone on the outside. Here comes a 2-for-1. Stephen O'Hare gonna make it happen.
Whoa,
Watch,
trouble!
now
Alto
Rex
goes
Taylor,
around!
Alto. Have we ever had a wreck live on the blimp camera? I don't think that's been a thing. And here we go for
And
the
I'm
first time ever
understanding
on
Devin West.
LSRTV.
And I'm understanding Devin West was also, Jeremy, given a black flag. Watch this again, the Goodwrench 88 car.
'94 comes up.
Oh, boy,
slaps
Garber
him.
got into Alto. Wow.
Why did Taylor drive back down the track? I know he had that contact, but it looks like he turned the wheel left off the ball and continued that trend all the way across these few cars in his group. Maybe here's another look at it. There's Devin West's penalty. We just covered him. He got passed by Ray Partridge. 58.
It was like, what
He's
was
on
I
the
thinking?
inside.
Wow.
Stephen Paulson. Pit stop. Oh, hey, oh my God, the speed. My brother.
Wow.
Brother. That was a last second call.
Well, that's a good reason to get a black flag. That
He came in about 80 miles an hour. What's he think? He's on Highway 95? That ain't gonna fly.
I mean, Autobahn 95.
He was locked up 100 feet past the yellow stripe. Like,
But you know what, though, Jeremy? We saw that the other night at Kansas in the caution-free race. We saw a lot of drivers get snake bit with penalties being so fast entering down the pit lane. I mean, it's a different avenue whenever you're making green flag pit stops and having to low down than whenever you're under caution and you're coming down at a slow pace to pit lane.
we're gonna see a bunch.
Might not pitted yet. That's what they're saying. The terminate. Oh no! Well, I spoke too soon. Here he comes now.
Zero pit stops. We're halfway in. You got to come down. A lot of these drivers are gonna find pit road this time around, right in the middle of the race. If you can make it on field from here, great. It looks like you can because we're halfway and there's no pit stops from Mike Knott. So damage to the front. He's got a little bit of work to do.
By the way, quick reminder, if you're listening on the Community Radio Network, NASCAR Regional and Wake County Speedway have made the decision to postpone tomorrow night's Acorn City 160 presented by Cover My Floors NC. The race will be rescheduled for Friday, June 27th. And again, we will not be airing the race live on CRN. Now, we have playoffs softball tomorrow. Round number 2 of the playoffs between the Apex Friendship Patriots, Clayton Comets. Round number 2 of state. Whoever wins this game goes to the Sweet 16 for the state of North Carolina for the playoffs. And we'll have that tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. But no race on CRN Friday night because of the weather. And another penalty, I'm understanding Knott has been given a penalty for speeding entering pit road, and this was under caution, Jeremy. Wow.
Can he not do that? It's too easy, I'm sorry. We got a second penalty. Pit road.
I'm just
It's
here
not
so I
been
don't
friendly.
get fined.
There you go. Marshawn Lynch live on the LSR TV here tonight. pace car down here. We're going to see the 46 take off. Remember, we've only had one lead change still. It's been Sean Brightsman all the way since he passed the 00 to Mr. King. Not terribly long ago. Green flag, back out. And top 5 majority. Anyways, go single file real quick. The 7 of Brett Johnson, bad restart. He's going to drop back in the spots. Going to put him single file. Now all top 5. All nose to tail. 3 wide, middle of the backstretch. Looks like one car slow to give up that momentum. And they all bunch back in like a slinky into turn 3. The 76 and the 7
You gotta
side by
love the
side here on the front
slinky.
stretch.
Everyone loves the slinky. You said slinky. I thought it was slinky something.
I triggered Wesley.
Grady and Harris going at it. Hey, by the way, we did pass halfway. I guess it was under caution. We are in the second half of this race here tonight in Charlotte.
Yep, absolutely are. They pitted right at lap 50, 51. And there was a shout out earlier on the YouTube side. The ISRA Racing Series says 125 is a good mile-and-a-half distance, 100 laps for that. So I think he's on the side of like, this is a great sim racing distance, 100 laps at a mile-and-a-half track here. So I have to agree. It keeps it shorter, keeps it more fun. You don't get so strung out when you have a shorter race like this.
Yeah, so what have you got? You've got this track that is a mile and a half. Come on, Wesley, do the math in your head while we're on the air, right? That's what I'm trying to do here. So at 100 laps times 1.5, that is 150 miles. So it's 150 miles, which is a quarter of the distance of the Coca-Cola 600 race, basically.
Which, by the way, is coming up in 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks on iRacing itself, May 21st to the 26th. Official iRacing 600. I completed it last year. Virtually no incident points, and I am looking to go back to back on that stat page. So I can't do on my end.
Got the iRacing 600 and the iRacing Indy 500. I saw that they were doing 4-lap qualification time this week, matter of fact, yesterday and today for that matter.
I attempted it last year, and I still might try for it this year. Last year, I was leading my race at lap 103, and I was sideswiped and blocked by a lap-down car and wrecked myself. As the race leader, 103 laps in, I was so upset. I might give it another go this year.
Yeah, I've actually been... I'm understanding that Nazra, one of the other people I work for besides the Northwest Racing Series, and they were actually on LSRTV in the years past. They've actually they're putting together a Indy 500. LSRTV one time did an Indy 500, and I enjoyed it. I think we did our own Indy 500. LSRTV did a couple of years ago, and then we had what was it, the Major Series? Charles, what was the Major Indy 500 we did? Yeah. And then I remember we done a major Indy 500, and I think the following week after that, we did 600 miles at Charlotte. I'm going to tell y'all, people don't realize it, but Jeremy, you run this event before, you know it. That last 100 miles, when you get past lap 334, it feels like it is to me, broadcaster-wise, it was all I could do to push that final 300 to 600 miles. Around 400 miles into it, I'm like literally drained. And then that final 100 miles, it's like you're pumped up, you're energized, you're ready to go to the home stretch. But driving on these events, you're mentally worn out.
Yeah, and I'm a weird one when it comes to this kind of thing. I'd like to partake in a bunch of the endurance IMSA style races, right? So whenever those times come, the 12-hour events, the 24 hours, like my brain goes into a complete mindset, and I have a time of my life, even if my ass is sitting in the chair for 10 hours straight, minus 1 or 2 bathroom breaks. Like, it is the most fun I could ever have, and I want to be in that car 6, 7, 8 hours. I don't care. Coke 600, yeah, about lap, about lap 300, 350s. We got a block for the race lead here. Raz put a huge block on Brightsman, by the way, here. Massive pile of cars in turn 3 and 4 for the race lead. So let's not discount this racing on the track right now. But yeah, about 350 or so out of the 400. You either like, I'm excited, I'm pumped, or you're like, you've sweated 5 pounds of water and you're just waiting to get, or can't wait to get out of the
Right, you're right. And I think it's the same way in the broadcast when you're calling it, because you seem like you're getting to the halfway mark of the race, and then there's that stretch. And I promise you, there will come that time here at Charlotte. You'll see a long green flag run, maybe even for these guys, where it's just like a long, drawn out, going in a circle. Yeah, I'm just saying that's what it would be like. And then all of a sudden, you feel like you just can't go that last 100 miles to 500, and then you get to the finish, and then you're like, well, hold on, we got another 100 miles to go. And then that's when I think the anticipation really picks up, the intensity of the race. Tyler King down on the bottom of the apron. Looks like he might be coming to the pit lane in the 21 machine. And now we look at the 7. What a job. Brett Johnson, Dan West Jr. here now, side by side, getting around Garber. But I was going to say, though, Jeremy, what a job for Brett Johnson. This guy has really turned up the win this season, not just in ARCA, but even the Northwest Truck Series on Monday night, which, by the way, we're going to be at Rockingham.
Yeah, I think we actually touched base on this driver, the number 7, Mr. Brett Johnson, on Monday. If not, it was the last ARCA race we covered. And yeah, he's doing great. Last race, he picked up 6 spots in the points. He moved himself tied with 11th with Ryan Gormley, being, it looks like, a total of 85 points outside the lead. And he is trending great. No top 5s this season, but he's got 2 top 10s, and his last 2 races have been much better. This guy, he might be a top 5, top 10 contender every single week, and even battle for the race lead. Like this race in particular, he's been in that hunt, and he still is right
now. We got trouble. Cars scattering down at the bottom of 1 and 2, trying to pull away. Another yellow flag. It looks like Troy Daggett might have been one of them. And the caution is out for the 3rd time of this race. Watch this again. Chris White gets into Brightsman, hard into the outside wall. Brightsman tagged into the back of the, I believe it was at the, man, it happened so fast. That's Troy Daggett that's got collected as well. There was another car that looked like had a glancing blow off the wall as well from the hit by Brightsman. I want to say it's the 15 or the 16 Exxon car. It looked like the Rowdy Bush car right there. Watch the Exxon car. He got a piece of this, Jeremy, as they work off 4 into the dog leg.
I want to see how Brightsman wrecked
Right
too. We see the contact that sends him.
Bam, right there.
Oh, right, he got loose. Okay, yep, there it is. There's the contact. I was wondering how the 46 got loose, but
that's the 16 of Matt Henry that ate the wall there. And, of course, another accident with multiple cars involved. Wow.
Just one bad move. This track is just so tight. Little room for error. And, yeah, that was a heavy contact there from a couple of those guys. So a lot of repairs to be had on the pit road side this time as the number 5, Devin West, he's going to get his lap back, it looks like, going through the field. 2 laps to go. We're going to resume this race with 31 laps to go on lap 70.
Another caution heading to the final quarter of tonight's ARCA race at Charlotte. We're taking a break, and we'll be back next.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
You've probably seen us all over the racing world and doing a lot of racing designs for events and race teams, but we also do a lot of stuff from small boutiques in small cities all the way up to Fortune 500 companies. Your brand deserves to be seen. We print on more than just shirts, hats, jackets, bags, and much, much more. Custom corporate branding starts here.
Last corner, last lap, pass.
Back here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, and we are heading towards the final quarter of the race. About 30 laps to go. Jeremy Stanley, I'm Wesley Outland. Looks like the weather's kind of calmed down a little bit outside. Look at Cole Raz. Remember what happened to Cole? Jeremy spinning in the grass on contact, and now the Unical 76 cyclometry of our buddy Cole Raz is up in the front spot alongside Bay as we get ready for a restart with 32 to go here in Charlotte.
Yep, here we go. Let's see what Cole has here for the final third of this race. Gets a great launch over Ryan Bay in the 29. Green flags are flying. 31 laps left here in the 5th race of the ARCA series for the Northwest Series. Great clean restart through the top 5. It seems to be like the same story every single time. 6th through 10th is where the action's at, and right now we see Partridge. He's going to lead that little group there behind him as they're side by side. Focusing on the 94 this time, it's Ryan Garber. 3 wide almost on the front straightaway as Frank Harris almost went up the middle. He backs it down, almost makes contact with Dan West Jr. Goes to the top side here. Now Dan West looking for the vehicle.
Remember this racetrack, obviously, as we mentioned, a mile and a half. There's 24 degrees of banking before you get onto the straightaways, and you hit 5 degrees. And how unique, Jeremy, is that transition, right? I mean, we talk about tracks with progressive banking, and I know that sometimes Charlotte is not being in the mix, but I got a feeling with the way this racetrack has been developed in maybe the last decade, you have to throw that into the mix now. This is a track where you can literally go high, low, middle, lane, 3 wide, 4 wide if you're brave enough. But I mean, how different is that 24 degrees where they're in the corner right now when it drops to 5 degrees right there on the straightaway?
You see it right there, puffing smoke off the 24 outside wall. We've seen a lot of cars hit it, and that basically just paints your picture. The car is already tight here for the most part. We've heard a lot of drivers say tight, 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 and then yeah, it further amplifies that drop off in banking when you have such a high rate of speed here, and not a lot of wiggle room. So it's very difficult when you're in tunnel vision trying to get around somebody or following someone. You have no idea that wall sneaks up on you in a hurry, and it's just it's kind of challenging here, Charlie.
Up on the high side, there goes the 0-8 to Partridge. Partridge now back on the bottom of 1. He's there, there's Grady. Grady's got Dan West Jr. up in front of him on the front bow, the AC Delco machine. Garber now, he's got some company on the rear end. And now the 1 going after the 55 of now West Jr. All of this going on now as they thunder their way back into the corner, and they're heading to 25 to go here this time by when they come to the line in Charlotte.
Yep, it will be this time for sure. The 94 backs down as Dan West going to throw it deep underneath the 0-8 of Ray Partridge, and trying to get Brett Johnson. Does he get a 2 for 1, 2, 3, and 4? Almost. He has the position, does not get it at the line though. side by side. Brett Johnson on the outside, Dan West Jr. on the inside. Gonna make that pass all but completed through turn 1. Does clear him off at turn 2. Dan West on a mission.
Man on a mission, if you will. Look at that dog bear, number 08 machine. That's Partridge. Got Garber on his inside. Look at Brett Johnson. Johnson, Grady. Battled out for the top 5 for 4th, and we're down to 125 to go with Bay up high. Trying to battle Koraz for the lead. This goes on in turn number 2. Bay driving on the outside around the 76, and he's got help from Dan West Jr.
Dan's on a mission, guys. He is trying so hard, and this will be your 3rd lead change amongst 3 drivers. The 29, the 00, and the 76. The only 3 to lead a lap here at Charlotte. 23 to go.
To the end of this one now, under 25 remaining. Let's take a look at the race summary. I don't think we've done that any tonight. We haven't done that thanks to Virginia 811. There it is. 4 cautions so far for this 100 lapper down the final quarter of the race remaining. 13 caution laps and 4 lead changes. Or should we now possibly make that 5? Dan West Jr. to the lead on Raz, on Bay, and he is gone in the double nickel going to 1.
5, the 4th driver to turn a lap in the lead here tonight for the 5th lead change. And you saw him making crazy passes. Can this sustain if we stay green the whole way? But right now, Dan West is just putting on a clinic on this section of the race as Ryan Bay is starting to slip back a little bit. Gets passed by Raz, and now he's looking to get passed by Mr. Grady in the number 1 car, who's up over 20 positions from where he started 78 or 9 laps ago.
By the way, don't forget, next week we will be in action at Michigan International Speedway. By the way, these next 2 races are also part of the CRN Challenge, the CRN Speedway Challenge. So there's kind of like a race within a race, a championship point fund on the line for the CRN Speedway Challenge. And round number 4 will also be next week at Michigan. We've got short track racing coming up at 5 Flags on Memorial Day weekend to wrap up the month of May. All of that coming up as we're also, Jeremy, at 20 to go here in Charlotte as the east of U.S. heads towards the midnight hour.
Yep, just 4 minutes shy of being midnight here where we are broadcasting on the East Coast. 19 to go. Looking at this great battle still throughout the majority of the top 10. You guys are not letting back, but Dan West Jr. out to a 6.5 to almost an entire second lead, depending on which part of the track he's at. Oh, the 76 Raz trying to take a look one more time at Grady, but Grady P2, he's got a really fast car. If he can get clear to the 76, maybe West has a little competition.
Jeremy, do you think we'll see a late race caution? Could that be on the horizon, maybe?
Averages say yes, I say no.
Charles won't let me do my job. By the way, this race has only been going on for 53 minutes, and our producer's already ready for it to be over, I guess. No, it's not. It's the time of the green flag. It's Boy, look at this. Great racing going on here as they work to 70 to go. Jeremy, do you think we'll see pit stops? Or do you think what you got? This is what we're racing for at the finish.
What you got is what you got, I think. We're going to stay green this entire way. You know, we've seen some surprises, but this field is really spaced out right now. I don't see that in my forecast. But with this great racing that's going on inside the top 10, you know, one wrong move and you can be right there.
It's the Northwest Racing Series, the ARCA Northwest Racing Series. Round 5 here tonight at the virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway. iRacing on LSRTV and Sierra, and I'm Wesley Outland. Of course, Jeremy Stanley alongside. It's been a stormy night where both of us are, but we're hanging with you till the end. Charles Wooten, our producer director, punching the buttons in Texas. We are now heading to the final 15 to go. And Dan West Jr. now leading the way. If he wins this race, he'll be the 4th different winner in 5 races this season, joining Ryan Bay, who has 2, his son Devin West, and obviously Chance Crum.
Great move here by Rast to keep, almost had contact there as Ryan had a great run there through 3, had to check up now into 4, and this is going to allow Brett Johnson to sneak through to the inside. Going to try to reclaim 4th position. The guy we've given huge appraisal earlier on in this race, trying to get himself into a podium spot if he can, but right now struggling with Ryan still. Here comes the 94. Garber gives the 29 a great shot. Just slingshots him way past Brett Johnson. Now Garber's going to be outside here with the 7. Let's see what he can't do on the front stretch momentarily. Looks like he's going to almost be cleared.
Holding on to that spot right now as they work their way back into the corner again. Trying to get this one to come to the finish line as this race is nearing the end here tonight. And obviously, it will be up there when this is all said and done. That's the important question. Great show we're watching. And you saw Dan West Jr. on that last restart, Jeremy, just rocking away from him. And he's done the same thing. 2.1 seconds now. You see some of the awesome camera angles. Watching Stabdown and Clark and others working around the racetrack inside the top 10. And we're heading to 10 to go for the 55 when he comes to the line next time by, my friend.
Yep, it's going to be 10 laps to go. 15 miles. Here we get a little battle here on the track here. 4, 5, 6 cars, almost 7 all in the picture here. The 1. Grady bounced off the wall. Oh, here comes the caution. Potentially 76.
That's a caution. No caution yet. No caution. Cole Raz, the entire front clip cart on the 76. Toast. Man. One of the contenders that dominated this race, Jeremy, out of it. Here's a look at a replay.
Man, what a great battle here. Did the 1 slap the wall? Oh, yeah, by a ton. Gets out of the way.
Oh, Bay!
Ryan Bay.
Maybe he didn't lose it. I mean, he lost it, but somebody helped him lose it.
It looked like Cole wanted to go up the track and then back down. Ryan looked like he got confused, held his line, and just got smashed in the rear end. And that cutout in the infield wall could have just absolutely destroyed everyone. But it kept the car underneath the white line for the most part. I am so surprised that we did not see a yellow.
Ready to come to the finish of this one. We're also at the top of the hour. We'll pause very quickly for 10 seconds of station identification on CRN from Charlotte. Laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway as we're heading to the home stretch of this one tonight. And right now it is the West family, Jeremy, now 1 and 2, the 55 and the 5. The only difference is son Devin is about 3 seconds behind the leader, Dad Dan, as we watch these guys come to the line. That's for 3rd and 4th.
Nose to tail, 4 or 5 cars are. Ryan, 29, goes up to the outside here. you can't do one more time. The car has not been good on the bottom for him at all. He's going to try to get to the outside of Brett Johnson. Makes quick work of it momentarily, sends Brett back to P6 at the time being. The number 1 Grady's going to check up the 29 of Brian now. Going to bring Brett back to the picture, nose to nose. Temporarily the 7 back to P5.
That's Johnson, and I got to tell you, man, props to Brett Johnson. What a job he's done here tonight. Ready to finish this one strong. Don't forget, next week, iRacing on LSRTV returns with another doubleheader on Monday and Thursday. Monday night, we're at Rockingham. Thursday night, we are at Michigan. So there's your upcoming schedule for what's to go. And by the way, before I go any further, I'd like to wish all the moms of the world a happy Mother's Day, because Mother's Day will be on Sunday, Jeremy. So to the mothers we've had, the mothers we've lost, the ones that we'll never forget, happy Mother's Day. And right now we're heading to the finish of this one as Dan West Jr. is still running away with this one to the finish of the race. Will we see a late race caution? I don't know. Right now, Dan West Jr. has just got his own world, and he is got everyone else living in it as we watch Bay and Grady now battle for 5th place at the line.
3.1 seconds to 55. Dan West Jr. just out there doing his thing quietly at this point. 5:94.71. Those are numbers in the top 5 here with a lap and a half to go at Charlotte. And here we are focusing on the race leader here as we're going to get the one to go.
Already, CRN 1 to go. Final time around for Dan West Jr. Looking to be now the 4th different winner on the series. Joining his son Devin, joining Ryan Bay, who has 2 wins on the year. And for Dan West Jr., this will be career start 316 for him in the Northwest in total. And when he comes to the line, 52nd career win, first in season 1 of the ARCA Northwest. Dan West Jr. At the home stretch dominates, pulls away, and wins here at Charlotte. Round 5 of the year. Wow.
The first half of the race did not have Dan West up here.
No.
Just dominating this race. There had to have been like a difference in tires. I guess we'll have to figure that out in the post race, but like he just took off and never looked back. Just a outstanding last 33% of this race for the 55.
AC Delco powers the winners, and it does for Dan West Jr. 52nd career win of the Northwest, 169th top 5, and his 241st top 10 of the career of the Northwest Racing Series in total. And of course, he joins now drivers that have wins this year, including singles for son Devin West and Ryan Bay, along with Chance Crum. Celebration is on as we have our Northwest High Five salute demo derby. Dan West Jr. getting a shot from Brett Johnson. What a job for Johnson tonight, by the way, Jeremy. Brett Johnson's really turned it around, I believe, man. I think a win's coming.
Yeah, and I do believe, let me check. Yeah, this is his first top 5 of the season. He's
That's right.
0 for 4 with 2 top 10s, but this is his first time he got a stat in the top 5 column.
And let me clarify, Brett Johnson has won a race before. According to iRacing, he has 2 career iRacing wins. One was at Talladega in a Dallara IndyCar. The other one was here at Charlotte, believe it or not, in a truck race. So the man, that was in September of 2018. The man has experience winning, but he also knows how to win here at Charlotte. So that might prove the impressive job he had here with the way he finished. Let's take a look here with another top 5. Here's a look at the results. Father, son, Dan West Jr., Devin West, Kenneth Garber. Going to grab a word with Kenneth and talk about that T-bone shot, surviving and racing to the finish to finish on the podium. All of them are coming up next. Brett Johnson, Bobby Grady, your top 5. Ryan Bay, another strong run for the 2-time winner this year. Ray Partridge, Stephen O'Hare, Stephen Paulison, and Jeff Stabnow, Jeremy, even having some bad luck in the race, hitting the safer barrier in the late going, he still ends up with a solid top 10, the man out of Billings, Montana.
Yeah, very up and down night for him. 11 through 20th, we got Sean Breitzman in the 46, P12. Frank Harris, 13th. Kyler Hope, 14th was Matt Henry. 15th, Todd Miles. 16th place is Cole Raz. 17th, Mike Knott. 18th, Tyler King. 19th, Brian Barnes. And 20th place, the driver of the 89, John Ottenbacher.
Rest of the finishing order will find Bryce Clark, who finishes 21st, multiple laps down. Chris White, Troy Daggett had that big crash as well. Scott Hutchinson, Taylor Alto, we saw what happened on the Silver Goodwrench 88 on the back straightaway. Kevin Smith looked strong early, then he crashed out. Ron Hunter, Dennis Moore, Stephen Bartlett, Dana Rogers. The rundown, I think there's one more. Ryan Bloom and Jason Leake also parking it by 3 laps in. Tough break for Ryan Bloom, but it's all said and done. Time of race, 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 22 seconds. And here's a final look at the race summary. I think we said 5 lead changes when we showed the race summary the last time, Jeremy. And that was when Dan West Jr. broke out in front, never looked back, and he went on to win the race. 4 cautions in total, 12 caution laps out of the end of 100 laps. And I would say a very exciting race at Charlotte for 150 miles, Jeremy. A very good one. Very entertaining for an hour.
Very good, very fun, very entertaining. Lots of passing, bunch of 2 wide, close battles. This car track combination absolutely did not disappoint.
Well, Jeremy, you take care, my friend. We'll see you next week at Rockingham in Michigan. We're going to step away for a moment, and I'll be grabbing the podium drivers as we wrap it up here for the ARCA Northwest at Charlotte. The winner is Dan West Jr. We chat with him next. Ready to wrap things up for another week of iRacing on LSRTV here at Charlotte. Round 5 of the books, and Dan West Jr. joins us. 52nd career win and first win of Season 1 for the ARCA Northwest. You like these cars, Dan? How different is it from the Trucks and Cup? And what a flawless last restart. When you pulled away, nobody could catch you.
Thanks, Wesley. Well, tires makes a big difference when you pit,
Okay.
and I have fresher tires than all the guys ahead of me. So kind of got lucky. Actually, I did get lucky. Just kind of made a good call there, and it worked out. So if a caution would have came out, I had no tires left. So again, there's luck involved, and These cars are a blast to drive. Here, they're just really tight. They don't want to turn. So
So did you know that you needed to hang back before those last round of pit stops, or did you feel like with that final 25-lap restart that's when you needed to hit the go button and push it to win?
Yeah, definitely. With that 25 to go, it was time. It was go time. There was no holding back. So in the beginning, like you've seen, a lot of us were just kind of follow the leader, taking care of our stuff, taking care of that right front tire, and just saving till that 20 to go, right? And fortunately, like I say, that pit stop worked out, and luckily no cautions came out.
We're chatting with Dan West Jr. Dan, congratulations. Before we do let you go, man, please thank your sponsors, and obviously we will see you next Monday night for the race at Rockingham. I know it's different than Charlotte, but obviously that's another fun mile racetrack for sure.
Yeah, Rockingham's awesome. Always look forward to that track. But yeah, thanks Wesley. Thanks LSRTV. Thank you LSRTV team. You guys are awesome at booth, Effective Web Solutions, and we'll see you guys next Thursday night. Thanks, guys.
There you go. Next Thursday night, Dan West Jr., by the way, joins drivers with 1 win, or of course Ryan B with 2, 4th different winner of the year, and his son Devin, winner in Daytona. Been competitive ever since. He'll settle for another 2nd place. Devin, what's your take of Dad? And obviously, did you just run out of time to catch him to win this thing?
No, I kind of sucked all night. I was not enjoyable. I was having a tough time. I don't know what was going on. I just, the first run, I think I had some damage, and so the tires, my tire wear was terrible. My right front tire was 44%, my right rear was 80%, so I was having just a blast there. Then I got a caution right as I pitted, so yeah, I don't know, just a weird night and all. I kind of had, I was satisfied about 12th place. I think David Dad did there at the end. He kind of pitted, got tires, and I was 2nd, and I just did not deserve it.
So did it just seem like things didn't fall your way, basically? Like,
yeah,
on the struggle bus, I guess, all night.
Yeah, I think every racer knows how that feeling goes every once in a while, right? Where you just, I don't know, everything you do is just wrong, and then I don't know. I want to apologize to my team too a little bit. I was getting frustrated. Probably need.
And obviously, you do have a win, so you do know you're going to the, obviously continuing what you got to do to make the playoffs. So, thank your sponsors, and we'll see you at the next one next week at Michigan.
Yeah, obviously Team LSRTV. They do an awesome job. Mondays, Thursdays, every practice night. Just fun hanging out with those guys. And then LSRTV up in the booth. You guys are always great. Effective Web Solutions, Kinesics from Hardwood, and Motorsports Distributing.
There you go. There's the thoughts of the dad to the winner, Dan West Jr., of course, both out of Shelton, Washington. That's the son, Devin West. And now we're going to grab a guy that, we were going to grab Casey Garber. I was hoping we could talk to him, but instead we're going to grab a man that I would say has really improved in not just the ARCA, but Northwest in general, and that is Brett Johnson. Brett Johnson, dude, a top 5 finish. You finished 4th. What's your take of how the season's been for you, my friend?
Well, I had one bad finish there, but all in all, pretty good. So feel really good about a top 5 tonight, and keep it going.
I'll tell you what, I was looking at stats as well. Besides the Dallara IndyCar win for you at Talladega back in 2017, you've won here. Do you like Charlotte Motor Speedway? What's your take of this place?
Oh yeah, I like Charlotte. It's probably my favorite, but yeah, this fixed setup was awful tight, so that didn't help. But yeah, love the track. Yeah.
All right.
We could race here every week. Be fine with me.
I bet so, man. Well, listen, before we let you go, can we please have you thank your sponsors, Brett? And obviously, I just got to just say 2 words to you, buddy. Keep digging. I think eventually you're going to break through and get a win here with the series, whether it's Monday night.
Oh, it's just great. Yeah. Learn a lot, and just a great bunch of guys to be around. So big shout out to Jeff and everybody at LSRT.
Winner is again 4th winner of the year of 5 races here tonight at Charlotte of Dan West Jr. Next week, Northwest Racing Series Monday night. I'll be with you. Jeremy will as well. Trucks, we're going to be at Rockingham, Rock coming up. That'll be a fun one. And the ARCA Northwest Series, round 6, will be next Thursday night right here. Same time, same networks, LSRTV and CRN on the radio at, of course, Michigan. Be safe out there, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week. Happy Mother's Day to the moms of the world, because it is Mother's Day on Sunday. As I've always said, you need to honor your mother every day. Celebrate.